Once again, good morning, everyone, and welcome to episode 229 of the On Air Advocate. Where at the On Air Advocate, we look to provide education, support, and empowerment for all of those with different abilities, mental and medical illnesses, and their caregivers. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Tammy Flynn, and I am the host and producer of the On Air Advocate. And I am super excited if you are joining us here this Monday morning, or whether you are catching this on the replay. Now, as always, if you think any of the content that we are talking about today could be useful for anyone in your circle or your network, please hit the share button and share the love with others. Well, this week I am so excited because we are going gold here at the On Air Advocate and driving awareness for Childhood Cancer Awareness Month this September. And with that, I am excited to welcome our guest, Christina Gonzalez. She is an advocate and the founder of Go Gold for Childhood Cancer. Welcome, Christina.
Hi, thank you.
I wanted to chat with you this morning just a little bit about, before we kind of dive into the page that you have created and all of those things, just a little bit about your background and your journey to this advocacy.
So it started because of the fact that I was born sick. I was 11 months old when my chronic pain started. I would point at my leg and I'd say, owie, owie. I'd hold my leg and I just turn into a pretzel. And no doctors knew what was wrong with me. They just thought I was being a baby, because I was a baby. And so I went through all these testings, 4 years old, getting MRIs and all these tests done, being in the hospitals. And no one ever knew what was wrong with me. All we knew is that I had some sort of pain disorder, and no one ever cared to find out what it was, because pain is not their top priority, apparently. And so I spent my entire life being in pain. I've never had a day where I'm not in pain. And being in hospitals, I saw sicker kids than me. I would see bald kids who were walking the halls, and I never knew what was going on because, of course, I was little, and so I had no idea. And so as I got older, I began being more aware of other diseases other than chronic pain. I was in so many support groups for chronic pain because in high school I had to leave for 2 years because I was in the hospital for so long. And so I lost connection with people in my group. And so I started joining online support groups to help myself and kind of cope with what it is being a sick teenager. And when I was in those support groups, I saw the hashtag more than four, and I was wondering what that was. And so I clicked on it, and it was for childhood cancer awareness. I had heard of childhood cancer when I was younger, but I never really knew what it was. There was a little girl on Twitter named Avalana who had ATRT brain cancer, and she died. And I remember wondering, what does ART, oh my God, I can't talk.
All those letters, I know. It's Monday, it's okay.
And that's probably exactly how I spoke back then, because I was only 12. ATRT stood for. And now I know it's a very aggressive form of brain cancer, brain and spinal cancer in kids. And I had no idea at that time. I was only 12 years old. And so then flash forward to 15, I saw the more than four hashtag, and I saw all of these kids bald and suffering from chemo. And I never knew this happened. I only ever knew of my pain and other people's pain. And this was a whole new form of pain that I saw. It was brutal. And I saw that what I discovered the meaning behind more than four, which is that kids only get 4% funding from the government to live, to fight for their lives. And I was disgusted because it's 4 pennies out of every dollar that they're worth. Literally not even a full hand that they're worth. And it disgusted me. I was so angry because they went through so much and they got nothing. And I saw all of the funds that these kids usually get are out of other people's own pockets. The government doesn't give them anything. And so I was wondering, how in the world could I make, I guess, a change with that, or help raise more awareness for other people to know, because I had no idea this was happening. I had absolutely no idea. Kids only get 4% funding. And I know other people who more than likely had no idea either. And so this page was started in 2014 when I was 15 by my good friend, and I soon took over the page after her, and I just began it, and it just blew up from there. And we went from literally only a couple followers to now 12,000, with way more people knowing about childhood cancer. I get messages every day from people saying, like, I really had no idea what this was, but now I do because of your page. And that's what I love. I love seeing that, because there it was just like me. Like, I had no idea what childhood cancer was or the
Right.
importance of it until I saw that hashtag. So people are seeing me now through hashtags, so they're making the same discovery that I did. They probably see the same more than 4 hashtag and possibly wonder, what does that mean? And now they know, and they can see the examples of why kids deserve more than 4 when they look through my page and they see these kids on my page needing the help that they need, but there's no one else there to help them.
Right. And I know that you and kind of like your co-founder, when she was still with you, she also suffers from different chronic medical illness. And so both of you came into this experiencing some of those things yourself and wanting to just give back, and you know what I'm saying, and wanting to make a difference. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and definitely, as we talked about before we started this segment, the lack of funds as well as research when it comes to all different types of cancers is just astounding. And so if people knew that, you know, sometimes we think when we hear childhood cancer that there's all this research funding and all these dollars that are going there. And each category gets a different percentage, but it's not a much of a percentage overall. You know, when you look at some of the other organizations and things that are out there. And you know, we spoke a little bit about DIPG, you
Mm-hmm.
know, which I have done many segments on before, which is inoperable, it's incurable, and it has basically a less than 0%, you know, survival rate, and knowing that only 4% of funding, less than that, you know, goes to research and discovery and all of that. It is extremely shocking. So you guys started this, then you took it over, truly making a difference, Christina. And so how do you on the platform use it to support and drive awareness? I know some of it is obviously hashtagging, putting up just general, you know, information about different cancers. What is some of the other ways that you support families?
I post unique stories. A family will reach out to me and share their child's story, and they will have me post it along with, say, like a GoFundMe link, a T-shirt link, a bracelet link, of
Right.
any way someone else can support their kid's journey. And I'll be able, like, right now during September, I'm doing September posts, childhood cancer posts. Up on my page right now, I have submissions to post kids with any kind of cancer, and I will post their story, and people can read throughout September the all sorts of forms of cancer that affects kids, and if they are, and how they are doing currently, and or if they're still fighting, or if they've gone to heaven. And so my posts will show the certain awareness that that kind of cancer needs. I'll do a specific hashtag for that cancer, or even tag certain foundations that support that sort of cancer, that can provide other resources that I can't provide. And
Right.
basically just put that story out there with the link that they need to get their help that they need, because not everyone, because everyone can help them. Like, you can just donate $1, and that's like a big support to a kid who literally can take any kind of donation, because there's no other way of support. You just gotta, you can donate, you can repost any post that I do, and that is showing support to that child. If you repost a child's story, that's showing their support, and that's more than a lot of people can say they can do.
Right. And what I think is so cool is that you have built this platform now, like you had said, that has over 12,000 followers. So when people reach out to you, you're able to directly make sure that their story gets out to the masses. you know,
Mhm.
and then being able to take different kids per month and post their link. So there's an active link within your bio so that people can give back and they can donate. I just think, Christina, that you're quite amazing. And I mean, you truly are making a difference in all of the different things that you are doing. I would love for you to, I know, give some of the viewers, as well as those that maybe don't have anyone in their circle, you know, that direct circle that is battling childhood cancer, ways that they can help raise awareness. Now, I know you said one of the ways is you could repost off of your page. You could donate. Do you have any other ideas or organizations that sometimes also post really great stuff that, you know, they can share or, you know, share off of?
Mhm. They can look up really good organizations online by looking up childhood cancer organizations, but the one organization I personally love and support is Defeat DIPG, in honor of Michael Mosier, who died at 7 years old of DIPG. And they are personally my favorite because they support DIPG in every way. They find new ways to research, and they help the families affected by DIPG. And I was the same way. I honestly didn't know anyone in my circle who had childhood cancer. And when I was in high school, there were two kids with cancer, and I only knew one personally from elementary school. And I never, even then, I never thought it was rare, and I never knew. I mean, I never knew it was common because it's always called rare, but I never knew how common it was, even during that. So it's anyone can learn very quickly how uncommon childhood cancer is. I mean, how common childhood cancer is, and you can look up anywhere online how it is and how much it affects children every day.
Yes, and I know a lot of the larger organizations for childhood cancer, sometimes they even put together for businesses as well as individuals like media kits.
Mhm.
So like you can go onto your Instagram page and share that, but let's say you own a big business and you want to put up a post every day or whatever, they actually create the posts for you. So it's easier for you to spread awareness. So I think that's so great that so many organizations are now coming forward to do some of that, because it does make it much easier for those who want to get involved and share information to have it easily accessible. So for your organization, what is the best way for folks, if they're listening to this and they're like, okay, I want to find your page or I want to reach out to you, where can they find your page and how can they reach out to you best?
They can go on Instagram and look up Go Gold for Childhood Cancer, Go Gold for with FOR Childhood Cancer, and they can message me or they can email me because I have an email attached, which is I think the same thing as my email. I mean, as my username. They can reach out to me and message me with a question they have, or if they have a story they want to be shared of their child, or maybe if they were a kid who had cancer, if they're a survivor who wants their story shared,
Right.
because I have had plenty of those. And they can message me and ask me if and ask me to post up their story, and I will. And just send a picture and a story, and I will put it up. Hmm.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, thank you, Christina, so much for spending time here at the Honor Advocate with us this morning. Like I said, you're truly making a difference. And I appreciate you so much being here and kicking off this week where we'll be celebrating and bringing awareness to childhood cancer. So thank you so much.
Wear
Thank
your
you
gold.
all for watching. What?
Wear your gold.
That's it. So go gold this week.
Hmm.
Actually, all month long.
Yeah,
Actually,
I do every day with my jewelry. I wear two childhood cancer necklaces every day and three childhood cancer bracelets every day, and always a childhood cancer shirt.
okay, so you could always be switching it up. You could wear a shirt, you could wear a necklace. And for so many of these kiddos that are battling, their families are doing that to raise funds, whether it's selling bracelets or selling shirts or those types of things. So that is a great way to not only support families, but to get involved and then show your support actually all year long. I know that we have all these days that we focus on that are like the World Day and the National this week and that. But really, as we are passionate about so many different causes, every day is a day to bring, you know, recognition and drive support. To
Mhm.
organization. So Christina, thank you so much again for being here this morning. If you guys want to know any more about the On Air Advocate and our services, you can head on over to onairadvocate.com and you will find all of them right there. And if you are viewing this from Facebook and you would like to join our private community, you can head up to the top of this Facebook page, hit the blue button, and that will let you in. So with that, thank you again. Remember, everybody, to go gold and get out there and start making a difference. Thanks so much, Christina.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.